Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. My name is Joel Duggan and we are just in time for sunrise here in Westhill on the Citadel server. 6-year-old server coming up on 3 years in this area building. And it's been a lot of fun, but we're trying to tie things up. We're trying to get things done. And as you can see from my inventory, we have not changed anything since I lost power on Saturday. We've been playing other things on the channel. We've been playing Starfield this week to try to catch up. So we're just going to pick up where we left off, working on the field, the wheat field out near the Westhill River, as a bit of a break from being in town. Hope everyone's having a good Thursday so far. SweetSandi, good to see you. Elkhorn and Cosmic, thanks for the lurk. I know that people are still working in some parts of the world. Yeah, I like to start the stream off with straight shaders on. It's always nice. I can't play like this because I don't get the right frame rates, but it is fun to see the golden wheat field that we've been working on kind of come together. Maybe one day I'll get a new computer and I can play with shaders and not have the field be something that drags my frame rate down to like 4. But alas, back to normal. So really we should have just about everything in our inventory to pick up where we left off. And what we were doing, if you might have noticed, all of the cobblestone placeholder blocks that we have along here, we've been replacing them with more textured, detailed walls that look like they might be crumbling a little bit of wood in between places where there might have been some breakdown, stuff like that. We got up to here before we lost power, and I think even those 2 pieces are correct. So we can probably start off by putting in a little tuff or something here and just kind of keep on going, really. What I'd like to do is have this go lower, because I want people walking along this road to be able to see the pond. So it might be worth it to try to add a little bit of like foliage here. Maybe we can even put like a pressure plate on the ground. Actually, maybe we'll move that down there. Whoops. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Do I have any more buttons? Don't. I like using the carpets because they help define the edge of the road a little bit, which is nice. Let's just put the bone meal back for now. And not really using the oak leaves that much. I prefer azalea and jungle. And then here we can maybe go up in the other direction. Maybe we can come down this way. No, looks better the other way. I try not to overuse cobblestone, but sometimes it can be the best sort of thing. Yeah, so what I wanted there is just this little peek at the pond so that you can see that there's something to look at. And we can also have stuff over here that will help. And of course, as soon as I put the bone meal away, I want to make tall grass. But sunrise, yeah. So when that's east. We're on the east side of everything right now. Cobblestone pressure plates are tough. I think that it would be nice to have a few things that are... I'd settle for more slabs and stairs before pressure plates. I feel like the stone pressure plates are neutral enough that I don't really feel like I need them in another texture. Now, I mean, you could say something different maybe about wood pressure plates. Maybe we'll use some jungle back here. I like that tall bush. You know, try to do a little bit more of that. They push farther down this way maybe. There's enough room here. This is where I might actually want something a little bit muddier maybe. That could be interesting. Maybe we'll put like a root system there. Do you plan to add any flowers around the pond? This is not an unusual Cosmic question. Pitcher plants, they look nice near water. I've never thought about that actually, Cosmic. Did I bring any? I don't think I have them in my repertoire. I have some, they're in the keep. Yeah, we could try some different stuff. I haven't gotten quite to like decorating the pond yet. I'm focusing on the wall. But already that feels a lot better, you know? So I was thinking in here, we could do something like this. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm probably going to want to change some of this into moss, actually. So it doesn't have the dirt side on it. Oh yeah, the I think the pitcher plants do look cool near water. I think it was your place in Somerville, Cosmic, that I saw pitcher plants near the water. I'm probably gonna do something cool, like put like a lily pad, or try to make like a, maybe use some coral or something. That could be fun. But yeah, like all along here, I'd like to make this green. Kind of pepper things around a little bit. I feel like it just looks a little bit better. I'm okay with maybe that one staying the same. Or the other thing that we could do here is put a slab in there. Oh, I don't have a bucket. I'll fix that later. So there's obviously a lot of work that still has to happen in here. Oh, do I have a mossy slab in cobblestone? I don't. Where we're near all the bushes, it makes sense to have like a lot of green happening. Actually, maybe we can just do this way. So again, trying to make sure that there's a decent view of the pond when you're coming up the other direction. Tuff looks good next to greenery as well. Actually, I wonder if we can get away with a bush there. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. This feels a little out of place. Maybe just regular cobble. Which I don't have. Oh, I had some. I must have not made them, I guess. Yeah. Hopefully this will look a little bit better. We'll see. Yeah, it's not quite as jarring. I know it's kind of the same pattern, but it works, it works. Hey, I am earlier than usual. That's because I'm going for beer later. Are you coming? Decided I want to get this done with plenty of time on the other side. I won't have time to go to the gym, but I'll have time to have a decent breath between the two. You are coming for beer later. Fantastic. I don't know how much I've talked about this live on stream, but I get together with a bunch of friends once a month. We call it Third Thursday. A bunch of guys just get together at a local craft pub for a bite, a beer, hang out. It feels like fall. I don't know if we'll be on the patio tonight. Like long pants weather. I feel like this is where I want to put in a wooden fence. It's been a little bit since we've used any of the wood stuff. Maybe there. Not so much. Not working. What did I do incorrect here? Usually I kept them short and a little bit more crooked, so maybe that's the thing. Go this way instead. Steven! Cosmic Dancer has gifted a tier 1 to Steven ESC. Thanks so much, Cosmic. That's amazing. Cosmic wants to know if you can have a beer later. In my house, of course. I'm not coming over there just for a beer. A little bit of a trek, just for one beer. I highly encourage it. It's one of the nice things about being an adult is that you can almost have a beer whenever you want. Yeah, these fences definitely need like something to them. You need to have more than just the picket fence. Like you have to kind of overlap them with a bunch of stuff for it to work. Yeah, see, all of a sudden it starts to feel a little bit more concise, more intentional. Sure. I realize just how many walls we have to do. It's going to take a long time. Captain Graham, Westhill's coming along pretty well. We are currently working on this wheat farm that we just extended along the Westhill River. So you can see we've got placeholder walls, and then I've got the decorative wall that I'm putting in now, which got very green as we pushed south. It got very green very quickly, but I'm not minding it so much. I don't think we're going to have this level of greenery as we go down around the corner. I think once it starts to go down the hill, it'll probably be a lot more stone. Because fences on an angle going down just don't work that well. So like along here, it's probably going to remain mostly stone. Actually, I wouldn't mind taking a poke over and reminding myself what it looks like over here. So this kind of thing is very effective, having like stones in front of stuff here and there. I had it pretty high a lot of the time as well. I've not been keeping the other one that high. Yeah, it's been pretty low. So like here's a good spot where we might even be able to do something like this, right? It looks like a block and a half. Whoops. I didn't have tough when I built the other wall either, so nice to have this. Now spots like that, I feel like we could probably use a wall, maybe. Like a wall block. I guess I could try to put in like an actual brick. It is a huge job, Captain Graham. And thank you for acknowledging that. Like, it's just, this whole thing is massive. Like, it's hard to believe, in a good way and in a kind of a weird way, that this is 3 years of streaming. Right? Like, it's just a lot. It's a lot. Oh, we're out of grass. All right. I guess we'll go collect some more. Well, we'll start here. I don't know if I have grass already picked up somewhere as in a shulker box. I don't imagine I do. This hasn't grown at all. I thought that was going to give us a big tree, but apparently not. I'm probably going to want to empty some of this out. So let's take this out, I guess. I mean, easy to replace. You can just hit it with bone meal. I'm just going to go until these shears break. Done. Thank you for the reminder that this has essentially taken you 3 years. One of the things I always felt about streaming was how long some builds took. Oh yeah, no, this is like, I've spent how many streams? This is part 4 or 5? 6 maybe? On the farm. Like that's 2 hours of stream minimum, minus the one that got cut off on the weekend, you know? Libertsky, hello, thanks very much for the follow. But yeah, like this is, this wheat farm is hours of gameplay. Hours. Now, I take my time and I'm distracted by chat. And so like, I'm not just sitting here, you know, playing on my own. Things go way faster if I'm playing and not talking and not reading chat, stuff like that. Which I don't do. That's the other thing. I don't do any work on Westhill off stream outside of like fixing bugs or replacing things that, you know, are, you know, that were mistakes or something like that. That's not like not me, but like a game or a chunk error, like that kind of stuff. Administration stuff I do off stream, but it's very rare. So it's our fault that it's taken so long, says Cosmic. Well, yeah. I mean, when in doubt, blame the chat room, right? So here is where I want to start to mess with the wall being a little bit shorter than normal. Try to get something a little bit more gradual as it comes down here. See, even that feels a little out of place. Yeah, maybe we'll just move these. Put that there. Nope. I feel like I'm going to need to put like a stair or something there. Although it's on an angle, so it's a little bit funny. Oh, you know what? This is a good place where we could put a little bit more of these crumbly bits. Yeah, there we go. Whoops. I think that's pretty good. Need more regular moss. And what am I not using very much? Guess we're not really using the coarse dirt very often. We're really using everything else. I could be doing more with ferns, I guess. Do I play D&D? I used to, and not regularly. I really enjoyed it, but it was with some coworkers, and then when I left that job and people moved and it didn't stick. So I would love to do it. I would love to do it in person. I don't want to have another online thing that I have to do. Although that said, the idea of doing like an online D&D stream would be fun. I have a really particularly unique kind of flavor for D&D though. Like I'm not a big RP guy. You know, like I'm not going to be into a group that does voices and, you know, because unless you're an actual actor, it's usually kind of cringy. That's just me. I'm not judging. That's just how I, you know, I'm the kind of person that doesn't like bad movies because they're bad. I don't like bad movies because they're so bad they're good. You know what I mean? So stuff like that is, yeah, RP is hard to get right, you know, and I've had experiences that have not been great because of like, you know, World of Warcraft or whatever. And so like that kind of stuff was not my cup of tea. I mean, I liked World of Warcraft. I didn't like RP within World of Warcraft, despite the fact that I actually played on an RP server, but it was a light RP server. It wasn't really enforced. Oh, I don't have any shears. No, that was better as grass. That's a little bit better. Interested in D&D, you say? Go on. Yeah, I mean, I missed playing it. Steven, you would have known most of the people that I played with too at the time. A bunch of people from the old place we used to work. And I see when I play D&D, I treat it very much like an RPG game with pre-established characters. So like if I'm playing, I can't really think of anything off the top of my head, but like I don't think about it like me in D&D. I think about it like a character I'm controlling, kind of like in a top-down video game. That's how I think about D&D, where I can control the actions of this character, but it's not me per se. It's a lot of grass. Trying to get a little bit of a pattern or something going just to kind of make it look a little bit more unique. What I really should do is take a look at this place over here. It took a long time to decorate this field behind the church, but it ended up looking really good. There's a lot of grass over here. Some flowers too. So this is all hand done, which I quite like. Overplayed once. I'd be interested in trying it again. Let me know if you end up looking and setting up anything. I will, absolutely, Stephen. That's the other thing too, is like getting to know, you know, a good excuse to hang out with friends you already have. I mean, sure, you want to make some new friends with D&D, but also, you know, you don't want to invest or commit to a campaign and not know at least a couple of other people, so you know it's going to be a good experience. You know, like you kind of want to. We're all busy, you know, and I think that's one of the beefs I have right now with Starfield is that like I'm really busy and I expect a lot from something I'm going to put my time into, and when that doesn't happen in the way that you want it to, it'd be quite frustrating. Oh, I want that to connect. Let's not forget about the ferns. Maybe that's what we can do here to kind of keep the repetition down a little bit. They do look a little bit strange sometimes by themselves. Yeah, I prefer it there. Chill streams like this are great for Minecrafting along with. Yeah, I like to think so. I mean, I want to be entertaining to a point. I think my streams kind of bridge that gap between entertaining, informative / tutorial, and then maybe like a little, I don't know, behind the scenes maybe? Might be a good way to look at it. Switch that to cobblestone and then put in different block up there. I really wish we had blocks like mossy cobble and mossy bricks. I wish we had like dirty bricks and dirty cobble. That would go a long way. Thought I had regular stairs. I guess I don't. It feels pretty plain. Something I like to do here to soften the corners a bit is use like azalea bushes on the edges. Dad from Bear says also great for spreadsheeting too and presentation creating in the background. Nice. I like the idea of a work stream. Like it's difficult when you're in the Minecraft space. There's so many streamers and there are already so many very big streamers that have a huge chunk of the viewership. And as you're trying to grow the channel, your own channel or otherwise, I feel like it's one of those things where, you know, you kind of have to find your niche, but something that people can have on in the background, I think, is one of the easy ways to try and, you know, quickly grow things. So I realize that looks like a straight line, but we can do something to kind of push it a little bit. Whoops. That feels a little bit more organic. And I'm not too worried about putting, like, covering up moss with carpet and stuff like that. I've got more moss and more moss carpet than we know what to do with. We've got a huge farm on the server. That worked out very well. yeah, I'm not going to mess with this too much. I just want to kind of create the idea and then continue on down this way. Now in here, I don't want to miss any opportunities either to put down a little bit of grass. Even in some places where we've got like a little bit of extra walking space, it's kind of nice to have that where it doesn't jut out maybe. Oop, that was the wrong tool. Maybe just the moss in the ground would be enough. Yeah, and I'm not a fan of how that kind of comes off the block. So maybe we'll just leave it like that. See, that's nice. That kind of tucks into the corner pretty well. That's pretty good. Blast Jordan says Joel's streams are often quite relaxing for me during the nightly research hours. Okay, cool. I couldn't listen to a stream and read at the same time. That's impressive. Cosmic says I tend to use VODs as my second monitor streams with live streams where I see the active chat and then people know that people I know and I like are in chat. I can't help myself. Oh yeah, that's the thing, right? Like you think you're going to hang out casually and then you get pulled into conversation or something like that. It's funny. I used to watch a lot of streaming when I was trying to figure out how I wanted to do it and how I wanted to start it. And then I started streaming myself and I watch a lot less than I used to. Now, can we just, I don't think this cliffside has been shaped at all. So rather than making the wall do what I want, I could also make just the cliff do what I want. I think I might even take that back a little bit further. No, that's okay. So that feels a little bit straight. We might have to push this to here. And I think I want to go get some regular stone stairs. Yeah. anything at all that we can clean up to help the inventory a little bit? Probably not going to be using the wood very much right now, so I can probably put that back. I'll get a few inventory slots open. I think you watch more streams than anything else these days. I find I'm watching a lot of YouTube. A lot of YouTube. I'm actually thinking about dialing back some of my subscriptions just because of how much time I'm spending on YouTube. And I pay for YouTube Premium, so like I'm not getting any ads. And, you know, I think I'm just waiting to see what happens in October for Netflix. And then after that, I might discontinue Netflix. I'll probably end up keeping Apple just because I pay for Apple One, which is like Apple TV Plus, Apple Music, Apple Storage. And that's got like a family plan too. Yeah, I don't like that that's even, and that's why I wanted this. That is not a great connection. I guess I have to go full block. That's better. So here is where we can throw in maybe a stair. Watch too much TikTok these days. Need to remedy that. I do watch a lot of TikTok as well, Steven. But you know what? There's a couple different things that I get out of TikTok. I get some education. You know, like there's a couple of creators that I follow that follow some social and political things in the country. That's good. I follow a lot of cooking things, and everyone knows I like to cook, so I'm learning some new tricks there, getting some new ideas. Will make me hungry, so there's that. The other thing is I watch a lot of dog videos, and that is just straight serotonin hit. Like it's just I need to relax and forget about other stuff. And so YouTube I find I use more for education with a little bit of entertainment, whereas TikTok is very much a I'm trying to kill some time. But I will say that I don't tend to turn on TikTok until it's late at night when I'm too tired to learn something, you know, and I kind of just want to watch cute dogs do stuff. So yeah, that's kind of where my brain is at. I also need to not spend as much time on social media. Instagram and TikTok, I could dial it back. I could be a lot more productive if I wasn't on those. I do have to keep in touch on some things though, like, you know, not so much TikTok, but with YouTube and with Instagram and stuff like that, with podcasts and stuff I follow. I try not to be too shy on those, because like I need to observe what other people are doing. You see some announcements from Mojang on Twitter. Like there's things I have to do for work that I have to stay with social media. If I wasn't trying to promote this channel, I don't know that I'd be on social media as much as I am. But a good chunk of my evening social media, like you'll probably notice, like during the day, I'm basically just posting business stuff. And then in the evening is when I'll be doing like social scrolling. So, but that's bad. And I also think, one, I would be doing a lot less of that if I didn't live alone. When I'm out with friends, my phone is in my pocket. So like I'm not addicted to it in that sense that some people are, that they just always have to be on their phones. I also have a small phone, which helps because it's not like after a little while, like say if I catch something on YouTube on my phone, then I'm just like, why am I watching this on my phone? And I put it up on my big 55-inch, screen on the Xbox. It's like, because I'd much rather watch, a cool review, with highlights of like Ahsoka on, from like Blind Wave or something like that on a big screen, right? For me, it's when I don't have the brain power for important viewing, but I always stay on it way longer than I should. Yeah, I mean, you can do things like that too. You can put a time limit on it. You can put like an app restriction on your phone. But I know what you mean. I'll sit down to spend 20 minutes, on TikTok, and it'll be 40, 45 easy. Just because it's easy, and they've designed it that way, right? So there are challenges. I need to take a break for folks that are new to the channel. Thank you for the reminder, Cosmic. I step away once an hour just to reheat my coffee, maybe grab a little bit of a snack. You should too. Grab a friend if you're having a good time. We're going to keep on going with the wall and the farm. We've made a decent dent. Like I feel like we started somewhere around here today, and we're already down around there. So I'll continue this around, and I think we'll do the entire perimeter first, and then I'll start cutting in and doing the walls on the inside. Those are going to be a lot easier because there's not going to be much for greenery. There's not going to be a lot of decoration in there. It's just going to be straight up texture. So that'll hopefully go a little bit faster. But I'll be back in about 5 or 6 minutes. Hey, there's Kelberty. Welcome in. Good to see you. Loving that fire keystone badge. That's my favorite. It's funny, I was just feeling pretty self-conscious about lining that whole area with moss, but like I've done it here and it looks fine. Sometimes you just have to do the ends, you know? Meeting time! No worries, Steven. Thanks for the lurk. I'll see you later anyway. Every time I walk over this bridge, I'm really tempted to just stop what I'm doing and start working on it, and it's too soon. I don't want to do it just yet. Oh, this hasn't been shaped at all. That hasn't been shaped at all. There's a giant cliff thing there. Okay. Yeah, that needs a little bit of work. Try to give myself some wiggle room here. Maybe here we can make it a little bit steeper. Oh, right, I forgot about this thing. Oops. That should even out once all the grass fills in. At least a little bit better. Noted 7450. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Gold does words. Try to get some darker blocks down here at the bottom. Don't know if I like that combo though. Okay. There needs to be a bush or something in that corner, I think. Right in here. Maybe we can make it quite tall. Yeah, it provides a little bit of something going down the stairs here. I like adding things like this because they look like thickets, you know? Provides a lot of contrast and shape changes and breaks up the staircase of Minecraft, right? Oops. This kind of stuff is always a little bit of fly by the seat of your pants because you have to be so close to it while you're working. It is a very full inventory. I agree, Cosmic. It is a very full inventory. I'm just going to end up picking that back up, aren't I? Put this over here. Oops. And maybe we'll go... I guess we can start... See, some of this stuff we could probably switch out for like a mossy brick. Dead. Or even a mossy cobble. And I could do a mossy slab somewhere. There it is. Actually, no, I don't mind that. Maybe I should connect them that way too. We can always try something like a stair. Oh, no, that's not going to work. No, I liked it better before. Time to sleep. Getting hard to see. The zombie? No. You rescued a kitten, Blast Jordan. That's nice of you. Something about you know, the TikTok rabbit holes that we were talking about earlier. I'm a sucker for watching like a dog rescue. This is feeling pretty good. A little bland in here, but we can add a few things along here, I think, to help that. Here is a good spot for a stair. Whoops. I feel like this is going to be... I don't know whether I should put a stair down here. Maybe we should put like an exit here. That could be kind of cool. Yeah, it's not bad. I'm not sure why you would have it, but it's there now. So I think the thing to do here is going to be to vary up the blocks a bit first and then come back and do like the slabs and other height differences. Ancients, I hope I'm saying that right. Thanks for the raid, bringing in your viewers. Party 3, welcome in everyone. How was your stream? What were you up to? Sand of Time Ancients raid. That's a cool little catchphrase. Hope you had a good stream. Playing Minecraft, it looks like. What were you doing in game? Built a turtle sanctuary on the tropical island. Very cool. Very cool. We're working on a wheat farm that we've got tiered up on this side. You can see the scale of it on the map here. So we've basically, we'd done this on Saturday, and then we kind of, today we've gone all the way around and we're kind of changing this very basic cobblestone wall into something more decorative. Let me pop over to the other side so you can see what's up. So we've been adding all of these manual details and making it look broken down and repaired with wood and stuff like that. So, but then of course, once we get around to here, it's all back to just normal because we haven't gotten this far. So that's where we're doing things right now. Thanks very much. I'm glad you like it. Folks that are coming in with the Ancients Raid, if you are new to the channel, I stream and podcast full time. It's my job. You can check out the podcast at thespawnchunks.com as well as the citadelcafe.com. One is about Minecraft, that's the Spawn Chunks, and then the Citadel Cafe is about sci-fi and fantasy entertainment. Still have one editing in the hopper right now, but it will be out soon. I wonder if I can get away with stair or something here. Or maybe what it needs instead of a stair is just like some broken down stuff like that, you know? Yeah, I like that better. Grab another slab. Try not to make it look too repetitive. I guess I should probably dump some of this cobblestone too. I forgot that as I'm replacing the wall, my cobblestone is slowly growing. Turtles are cool. They like to eat jellyfish. Yeah, in the real world, yeah. That's a fun fact about turtles too. I like nature documentaries. That's something I have not yet watched on Netflix. Is Planet Earth 2, I think, is on there. I don't remember watching it. I'll have to go check it out. Before I cancel my Netflix, I'll be watching some nature documentaries because they're usually really good. Here it goes up a notch. We can actually build this up a little bit. Oops. This is where I try to use some of the darker blocks down the bottom. It helps with the illusion. Let's do a full brick up here. Now we've also got to think about what's happening behind here. I think maybe I'll change the direction on this stair. Yeah, I think that works better. I may want to go with a slab here. Yes, that works better. Have you been getting any inspiration from Starfield for sci-fi building if you want to do it? Not so much building because it's very detailed, but landscapes, flora, that kind of thing. Not really, no. No, I think mostly it's because of how detailed Starfield is, and so I don't think about it as like a inspirational Minecraft game. I have a hard time just navigating Starfield and kind of finding my way around, and I'm paying too much attention to the actual game to be thinking about other stuff. And then when I do see something inspirational and cool, like we went to the City of Neon in Starfield yesterday and the day, and so Tuesday and Wednesday this week, and it's very cool. It's a great inspirational place, but you can't do any of it in Minecraft very well. At least I don't feel like I could. Not in the way that I would want to. That's a little bit repetitive there. Might just get rid of these slabs. I'm not sure if I want it to be level like that or not. Yeah, I guess it looks fine. Around here it's mostly risen up, but then on this side it's barely even a stone wall. Like most of it is actually wood and bushes along here. Much more broken down, which is fine. I'm not saying we have to copy it, but yeah, I've not really been finding Starfield that inspirational. I had a really good rant on stream yesterday. There's a highlight clip actually on Twitch if you want to watch it, but it's not been an inspirational game, to say the least. Now, here is where I would probably want to go get some wood. So I feel like these gates, these little areas would be better if they were wood lined. Like here, I think this would look cool. Like that. At the very least. And then we could do something like that, maybe. I wonder if we could do a different trapdoor. That could be kind of fun too. I don't think I'm going to line the absolute edge of it with wood. I feel like this would be pretty standard, but I feel like this kind of stuff, we want to have stone going all the way down. And maybe another log here. And then we can come in and texture this and stuff later. Add in like little steps and whatnot. Like if I have Yeah, see, that's not, I have to waterlog that for that to work, so we might not do that. Just little things like that. That will help, I think, accent the area. And of course, it'd be a lot of greenery. Oops. So stuff like that, I think, goes a long way. Benji Banana, welcome back. Yeah, I mean, we'll have to do a lot more, but right idea. And now that I'm looking at this, I feel like this might have to be wood. Yeah, that makes sense. I think I'm going to make this darker so it looks like I've been here a while. Wonder if it looks good if I have this higher like that. Yeah, yeah, that works. And this doesn't have to be a full block. This could even be a slab. Maybe a nice mossy slab. Yep. Good stuff. Maybe this could be a stair. I do find andesite looks quite shiny. A little bit wet. Well, thanks, Cosmic. I'm glad you like it. And thank you. I appreciate the kind words. So here we can probably go in with some mossy cobble. And then maybe a mossy brick. See, a lot of the stuff, like if you're struggling with like how to texture something, sometimes just contextual stuff makes sense. Like this is going to be near water. There's already some vegetation, so making this section mossy with some tuff, like it's the logical thing to do. It saves you trying to have to make that, you know, random choice on your own. Weird thing is there's a biome shift here. This is river plains. Yeah, so there's a shift and the grass color changes. What? There was that. I had that issue over here too. It was like mountain and river. I'm trying to remember what blocks I used for greenery that worked well. I want to say it was oak. That's all jungle, it looks like. Now oak leaves. And this is river again? Yeah. River is oak and jungle. Just a few blocks placed over the last 3 years. Just a few. Just build something not good for a change, says Cosmic. Give the rest of its a chance. I think Minecraft, it's important to compare your Minecraft builds to your own Minecraft builds from a year ago. The grass is always greener, right? We're almost full up on dirt again. It's a little bit of a straight line. I'm not too keen on that. Maybe we'll do another bush block in there. This is just me being really picky. Yeah, that helps break it up a little bit. Basilis, thanks very much for the follow. Appreciate it. Am I ever going to rename the shulker box? I meant to last time. I think I had said I was going to, and then I lost power in the last stream, and I completely forgot the last time we played Minecraft. I did not get back to it. Oops. Oh, right. I was supposed to start working into some different bushes, maybe. Yeah. Oops. Does not look as good with the moss. That's the other thing. Looks better with the grass color, though. Yeah, so we'll switch to more oak, maybe, along there. As we need to. Oh, whoops. Oh, I'm out of moss. I guess this will... I don't want to turn that into wood. I feel like... Well... Maybe we could do this. Yeah, why not? Slabs. Cool. I have to say that I'm learning quite a bit about detailing from both Joel and Pix, since I've already recently been interested in building in Minecraft. I'm very much clueless in everything building. Hey, well, I mean, thanks for the compliment. And Pixelorps is also a great person to learn from as far as building and detailing. He does a lot of the tutorial stuff, of course, on the survival guide. And it's only after he gets like so far into the game that he'll start doing kind of more build-like tutorials. I think he's at that stage now. Now, is this all plains? River, 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 river. So it's mostly only plains in this area here. It may be worth it just to replace this whole bottom part with moss. Just for the sake of it. Go get some more moss blocks. We're back now that we're close enough that I can just run back rather than having to fly back, which is nice. The storage building Pix is completing is beautiful. Oh, very cool. Looking forward to hearing about that on Sponchunks. We will probably have a release to talk about next week, would be my guess. Whoops. That's not bad. That's very lime green. Yeah, just it starts to really not match the grass. I wish there was a block like moss that would change color like the biome does. That would be great. Did I finish this wall? I think I did. Did not finish this little interior wall though. I feel like that might be worth having as a slab. That or maybe these ones. Pressure plates are somewhere. Did I use them all? I think I used them all. Kind of like the idea of having little kind of designated. I mean, I guess the problem is there you kind of step down on top of them. So maybe that's not the best. Maybe we need to make this double wide. Yeah, that's better. That's better. Take it easy, Blast Jordan. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you being here. I am definitely feeling the inventory pinch. Like I'm really getting sick of how full my inventory is today. I might want to take a break and figure out if there's something else. Maybe we can just do some like river clearing or something to kind of get my brain out of constant inventory log. That feels pretty good though. It's simple. I'm trying not to spend like an eon on it. So far, I think we've done pretty well. That feels strange. We're probably going to have to replace that whole thing with moss just because it looks so gross. That or cover it with a lot of bushes. And this is obviously looking very plain. Now along here, I feel like we can probably do is something that I've done in other places, which is like a combination of grass in a lot of places with like a little bit of fern in the background. And when you come through and you bone meal that, it ends up looking really cool. So like if we fly over a couple places, I've done it down here. Right, so it's that fern combo grass, but then you bone meal it so it's double high. And it really fills in the area. I did it over here a little bit as well. There's a little bit going on there. Then there's a lot of it going on over there too. And so it hides a lot of that dirt side that I don't like. I don't know if I'd necessarily have to go too tall on that. I feel like we could probably get away with a lot. We can try it though. Is there not a resource pack that gives grass sides? It was an Optifine thing. Yeah, it was a connected textures thing. I don't know if the connected textures mod that we use does that. We use continuity. But connected textures are on, custom block layers are on, emissive textures are on. So I think with continuity, it works for things like our stained glass, but it doesn't work for grass for some reason. And maybe I just need to have the proper texture pack. Oh, it's a pain when you don't have any room. Probably done with the wood for now. And of course, you can always leave a few bits lower at the front too. I really wish we had proper reeds that you could waterlog and have them like little cattails. Yeah, it's not bad. The easier thing to do might be to just come through here and just bone meal it. We're going to get flowers, but I should probably look into a decent mod or texture pack that allows me to have some variation in grass texture height. That would be nice. In the same way that the wheat texture has got some custom variation stuff to it. I think the grass with some variation would be nice. Although, if it's random, that would be a problem because that becomes something I can't control. So, I say that and then maybe not. Let's go and cut down a few things like that one. Not bad. Maybe just squeaks in a little bit here and there. Just to change it up. We could also throw in a couple of bushes too, right? Like we can get in here maybe and place that with a oak leaf. More break when you're ready. And you're done acting like flowers are a bad thing. Fair. Fair. Yeah, it's pretty good. There might be a little bit too many too tall flowers. So it looks kind of like a wall. Anyway, I've kind of gotten sidetracked from working on the wall, and I now kind of went into like river landscape mode. But you can kind of see the vision for the final product. We're obviously going to put more flowers, or not flowers, but more grass along there. It wouldn't be bad to put some flowers, but I don't want there to be a color pull down here. I want the color to be up here. So I'll probably put things like white flowers, like little the little blue flowers, and no yellow. Probably there's no real other thing. Well, pitcher plants are kind of subtle too. Cosmic mentioned that earlier. Pitcher plants are kind of subtle. We could try that. Before I go on a short break, though, I'm going to dump my inventory because I think I need a clean slate. And now that we're getting close to working along the river, I think it might be a good idea to just give myself a break from all the wall work and try to do some river scaping. And a lot of that is going to involve digging. Gonna need that though. Cool. Pays to be organized. And we'll take a few of those for when I get back. And don't need the shears. At least I don't think I need the shears. How am I doing for like... Oh yeah, I got lots of seagrass. Do I have kelp? A little bit. Cool. Once again, folks, I take a break about once an hour. It is that time. Always a good opportunity to pop up, refresh your drink. Maybe even grab a friend and let them know that we're streaming. As we talked about earlier, it's a decent second monitor stream while you're getting other things done. I'll be back in about 5 or 6 minutes. Hey, coming back to a raid from Pixel Riffs. Thanks so much, my friend. If you are still here, what were you up to on stream? No worries if you get a raid run, of course. I'm sure you've been streaming for a while and need a break. Plus, it is probably dinner time for you, I'd imagine. Welcome in, folks. I'm sure you probably know that I co-host and co-produce the Spawn Chunks with Pixel Riffs. And we are here in Westhill, which I talk about quite often on the Spawn Chunks podcast. And we're working down, or up, I guess, north on this wheat farm. Hey, there's Slice Lime. How's it going? So, I'll give you folks a quick update about what we've been doing. Originally, this was all just a cobblestone wall that we have been replacing all stream with different blocks for textures, some block variations, some broken down bits that have been repaired by wood and logs, having some overgrown bushes and things, even some places where the walls completely crumbled away. And on purpose, I wanted to highlight the pond. That's not done yet, but I want to be able to see it when you walk by. So seeing this big splash of blue is kind of cool. This was all done before, and then the other stuff we've done down around the corner. Scooby, welcome in. Thanks for saying hi. So yeah, we did all this today, and then we kind of started to get into a little bit more of the landscaping by like trimming the edges and getting rid of the dirt sides that I don't like. In some cases, we've not done it everywhere. And having this kind of like nice staggered effect coming down here. Got a nice big bush kind of cascading down the hill here. You can see where I've done a little bit of work here near the wall, but then I haven't carried it along. And then we were also pushing around the outside here. Did all this down here and all the way around to the road. So I'm focusing on doing the entire exterior before we start doing the inside walls. But I did a little bit of work here on the irrigation stuff because we have this little river that comes down. Actually, this is not supposed to be there. I have to go up this way. So yeah, there's this little river that goes through the whole place. Right, so eventually we'll landscape this, but I wanted to try to have it make sense. So you can see the old cobblestone walls just kind of for mapping out the area on how we want it to look, which is like that. And then you can see the new stuff going along here that looks a lot more organic. Very similar to things that are on the other side of the river. We've got a farm over there that has a very similar kind of look to it. Not every tier has got a wall on it, which I forgot that I could do, but here it's very much, in some places it's 2 blocks tall, so the wall needs to kind of be there for my own little RP in my head. Thanks, Cosmic. I will have to check out that texture pack. Appreciate it. Finally catching a stream, says Rex Noster. Love the podcast. Excited to see the builds. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so here I'll pop down to the main road just so that you can kind of see the vision for the area. For anybody that's new. And why not throw in some shaders? So you can see this is kind of like what I've got completed in some of the farms, and this is the vibe I kind of have and want to push to that other road. There won't be 2 sides to it. There'll be like more of a natural mountain side to it, but then there'll be like the farm side to it. And but previous to this was all grass in the background there. So instead of looking like this, it now looks like a nice big wheat field. So when you're coming into town, that's the main gate to the town over there. You've got this really nice frame of like wheat on the left and then potatoes on the right. And then as you turn the corner, the wheat kind of like covers up and goes around the corner. So you really have the wheat on your left the entire way, which is cool. And then when you get to here, you can see I on purpose, I angled the irrigation to come back towards you on the main road here so that you can see that there's water happening over there. So, and I'm going to do more with that to make it look like it's got some sort of like sluice gate controls or like something like that. We'll see. And then you can see the edge of the thing there. And so I'm going to take some of this vegetation and push it along. There's actually going to be another waterfall over there. I'll walk around and I'll show you. Rain. That wasn't in the contract. Well, at least it's a thunderstorm. I'll just sleep it away. Although, authentic medieval vibes. Gray and brown and wet. So yeah, down the other side of the road, come in the other direction. It connects to this part here. And so when you come up this road, you've got the wheat farm on your left, but there's a little bridge here. I was going to fill this in, and I decided I'm going to do like a marshy area, similar to what the swamp looks like in Minecraft Dungeons. I'm going to do like little water pools and stuff in there. And then this whole area is going to be overgrown and swampy. And then there's going to be, you can see where I've kind of lowered the landscape. I'm going to have the water drain down into the river over there. And then this is just a very temporary bridge. It will be a bridge, but it will be decorated and it'll look nice, and it'll have an arch and all that kind of stuff when we're done with it. But for now, I don't remember what this is. It's like 13 long or something. Something basic like that. And then coming down this way, we've angled the road, and with the too tall wheat, when you come down here, it actually puts the wheat farm kind of like right in your crosshairs. So like as you're coming around here and you follow the road, you're looking straight at this whole farm area, which I think is really cool. And then eventually this road leads out of town and heads out. These little torches mark a path that the road is going to take to, I think, Hannah's horse farm whenever she gets around to doing that. Amber Girl, hello, welcome in. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. And actually, we were just taking a break from the wall before I went on a little stream break. And you can see on the map really clearly, actually, that there's a fair amount of river that's not been kind of dredged out. So I thought what I would do is just kind of pop down there. Because as I'm sitting here and looking around, the sand and a bunch of stuff is kind of distracting. So I think what we're going to do is, I guess I should probably go get some water breathing potions. Because then I'm probably just going to fill a lot of this stuff in with a layer of coarse dirt and dirt. And actually, it'd be a good opportunity to get rid of some dirt too, which would be nice. I might have some potions on me, actually. Maybe not. Oh yeah, here we go. Swiftness, swiftness, no water breathing. They must be back at the keep. That's all right. It's all right. Since I've got a crowd here, we'll walk back to the keep and see what's up. I am going to bring this with me though, because that's basically what we're going to need. So what was Pixar doing on stream? Was he working on the storage system? Has that been completed? It's finished. Wow, geez. That must have been a lot of work. Been a busy week. Oh, completing it yesterday was, you were playing bingo today, right on. Resupplying. That makes sense. 5-hour stream on Tuesday. That was a big stream. I remember that he was live. I was playing Starfield on Tuesday. That's what I was doing. I did a 4-hour stream on Starfield yesterday, I think. Close to that. So this is the main drag, main street. And then the keep and my storage area is around up here. We've got a couple different ways to get in, but this is the nicer way to get in. So the keep is something I've been talking about in the last couple months on the spawn chunks. This is something that took a while to get finished. All the details and stuff in here. Pretty fun. The main hall, the extension. Still haven't figured out what I'm going to do with the interiors, but we'll get there. Speaking of storage, question is, where do I keep water breathing potions? That looks like a good spot. I should probably take most of those. Let's do a swap. This is the first time I've been dealing with potions since they've changed all the colors. This is awesome. They're still a little similar, but not bad. It's pretty organized. And okay, take a couple of those. Put the rest in the ender chest. And then we'll have them while we're out and about. Do you build off the cuff or plan parts in creative? No parts are planned in creative. I build live on stream. You can actually check out all the VODs starting 3 years ago on the Joel Duggan VODs YouTube channel. Cosmic's got the link in there in the chat for you there. Thanks, Cosmic. Yeah, I do it all just natively. It's not like off the cuff. There's planning, but I plan live. Like I do the kind of thing that you would see in creative live. And I think, I mean, a good example actually is this wheat farm. And you can see even this farm here on the left-hand side, it's got kind of a sketch to it, right? Like you can see the outline of the wall. It's just cobblestone. There's a rough road that kind of goes up here. I have a rough footprint for a house and what I might want to do here later on. And then I go through and I'll frame out how high I want it to be. I do what I call like a wireframe. And so what that would look like would be, it would be like the corners, the edge of the roof, you know, it's like just the dark oak, you know, nothing fancy. It would just be like straight lines. And then you can kind of figure out, okay, is that how high I want it to be? That kind of stuff. So it saves you a lot of time. It's not that I don't like creative. I just don't see the point for me of doing something twice. Right. And part of, I think, the value of my streams for people is seeing that thought process. So if I was going to stream it in creative, I would be, it's like streaming in creative, and then I would be, I would be building it again live in survival, which would be kind of boring, I think. So, and I think the majority of players play in survival. So I think by doing things in survival, it just makes a little bit more sense. So I'm pretty sure I like the curve of the river. I don't think I want to change it too much. It's pretty smooth. I feel like I want to rock the boat here. So what I've been doing is putting in coarse dirt all along the edge. That's just dirt. That way, oh, I should take my elytra off so this doesn't drive me crazy. Right, you can see I've done it all along here already. And then I think I was going down maybe 2 blocks. And then I was switching to dirt. And honestly, flying around in the water like this is a little bit like creative. Now this looks like it's got a 2-block drop. Oops. And then it's just a matter of continuing the pattern all the way around. And of course, we're going to get a ton of sand. So that's good. Less trips to the desert. Oh, time to sleep though. Oh, hey, look. Thanks for the sleep, Cosmic. Now, I don't remember, I feel like I don't want to go too much deeper than that, so some of this just needs to be filled in, but we've got more dirt than we know what to do with. So I feel like a lot of this is just going to be filled in. And we might put something like a rock or something in here. I'm not too worried about it because this is not something you're going to be able to see from the road. But it's just a matter of completing the overall look. Yeah, so then here we'll go there, there. Right, so it'll actually be a bit more shallow in the long run. I'm not sure why I don't like the sand in the rivers. It's just never been a thing I've enjoyed. I think it's because it's just so bright. Oh, that was supposed to be coarse dirt. So in some cases we can just fill right in. We don't have to dig out too much, which is nice. But it comes together pretty quickly once the squid are out of your way. You feel the same way about building twice racks? I just haven't found a good way to build. Your method seems like something I will try. Thanks. Yeah, I mean, if you go back and you look at, I feel like I've named a lot of the stuff that I do on the VOD channel. It's usually like, you know, name of build part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like that kind of stuff. And so if you go to the beginning of something, it might not be the whole stream. Like it might be like maybe, you know, East Bridge part 1 doesn't start until like halfway through the stream, but there will be some information there that you could follow and be like, okay, so this is how Joel starts, like a wireframe. Any of the houses in the city had a lot of stuff that I had to consider about them. So anything like that, there absolutely was a level of like sketching and trying to figure out where things are going to go and all that. I'm excited to have some extra room in my inventory for storing some dirt, because we were just going through shulker boxes and shulker boxes. Some of the things I'm looking forward to doing after I finish Westhill are things like, you know, doing a nice end raid. Why are there so many squids in my face? Getting a lot of extra things like shulker boxes up and running. That sort of stuff. Sometimes it's nice to have the gravel, but I prefer to do the texturing after. So you can sort of see, here's a section of river that I've done this to already. Minus the gravel, but I actually have a bucket. I want to fix these. Much better. So in some places the river gets a little bit deeper. I don't want it to go too deep though. You left a gift by the shulker boxes. Thank you, Cosmic. Why there's so many squids in my face is a sentence that only makes sense in Minecraft for sure. Oh look, a gift. Brought you some beers. Okay, it's water breathing potions. Sosumi. Nice. Holy smoke. That's awesome. Thank you. That must be from like Mattcast's. Is that from Mattcast's whatchamacallit there? Potion farm, potion factory. Wizard Tower? Wizard Tower. I'm looking for it. That should not be in there. I don't think I have gravel box out here. You like mud in a riverbed? Feels like more at home than sand? Oh, totally, yeah. I think coarse dirt, mud, muddy mangrove roots. Mangrove roots look great. There's a bunch of stuff that we can do that's going to be better. I don't mind gravel. I think gravel looks okay. But yeah, a lot of this just needs to get covered over. Oops. Every once in a while I'll do something like this off stream just because it's not the most engaging, but it's nice to have a variety of tasks to do on a project on stream, so that if you get a little bit, not bored, but if you get a little, you know, I got tired of looking at a packed inventory, so it was a lot more fun to just come here and still get some work done, still hang out with y'all, and just do this kind of a thing. Find it a lot smoother. They're all things that have to get done, and I'm really trying lately to push for more completion on Westhill sooner than later. I really don't want to work on this beyond the 3 years, you know? It's not going to be completed, but I want the town at least to be done. I suppose for a non-tropical location, darker bottom colors tend to look more natural. Yeah, oh, for sure. I've not been in like many rivers and lakes and tropical locations. I've been to, I guess the closest would have been when I was hiking in Utah, where the rivers and stuff would have had like red rock desert bottoms, right? I mean, you also have the benefit of like getting all these resources too. So I think we were filling in this layer. Oh, I've got my, no, I don't have my Elytron. Felt very floaty. I'm definitely getting hit by some currents or something. Trying to think if there's another area that I've actually filled in that I could show everybody. I think there's another river. I've done some of the rivers in town, but they're not like decorated. They're just kind of free from sand. And even on the map, it looks pretty good. I'll wait until daytime here. Oh, there's the daytime. So yeah, if we look at, you can see this river has been completely removed, cleaned of sand. And it doesn't look like much. I think I just bone mealed and spammed some seagrass around. I don't think it's a, oh, there's actually some missing water here. Yeah, so it's nothing too crazy, right? Just a little bit of gravel, stuff like this. And then as it gets closer to the town, there's more decoration happening. So I don't want to spend like the entire build, you know, months remaining working on just rivers, but I find cleaning them up really has a nice effect. And then in certain key areas, like over here, you can take the time to like make it look really pretty. It stops being pretty around the corner because there's no place to like stand and look at it. But like here, you might as well make it look nice, right? And so down here, we've got like mud, packed mud, some mossy cobble, andesite, stones and things. So stuff like that I find are good for riverbeds. I don't know if I've done much on the Westhill River. The other end of this river down here is, I don't know. I think it's just empty. I don't think I've really done. Yeah, so I've not done any decoration here yet. There's a little bit in terms of like some foliage coming down and coming into the river, but I haven't decorated any of this part yet. Just parts where the buildings touch it, but then none of this has really been looked at. So I've just been going through and doing them in stages, removing them in sand. Every now and again, I'll do like a late night stream and I'll just have like a really chill session. I think we've done this one. Yeah, so this has got a lot of work done because this, of course, you can see when you're here on the docks, right? You can see all this stuff. So that's kind of what I want the finished thing to look like in general. Not everywhere. I'm not going to care this much about the river where we're working right now. This is just because it's in the town. So like, I'll probably stop caring about here. And all this is just going to be gravel, some spammed seagrass, and, you know, normal level stuff. Yeah, this is going to be very good for our overflowing dirt storage. Very, very good. And you'll notice, like, I don't go out of my way to get all the sand. Like, you end up with just enough. You know, I don't have to go to the desert if next time I want to smelt some glass. I'm good. Like, I think we've picked up, yeah, like 3 or 4 stacks just now. I mean, Utah and California definitely are, I wouldn't say tropical. I would consider those more like desert climates than I would tropical climates, right? But I mean, as someone that lives like on the ocean, the desert is definitely very alien. It feels like when I was in Utah, I felt like I was in a Wile E. Coyote cartoon. Oh, that is coarse dirt. I guess this kind of goes along the same sort of lines as what Pixlriffs does with like Chop It Tuesday. It's just it's Riverscape Thursday. So again, like I use the nice textures of the coarse dirt when you can see it, but then after 2 blocks, you really can't see much. So it doesn't make any sense to have like super textured blocks going on down. It's a perfect explanation of Utah. It's pretty though. Oh yeah, no, it was beautiful. As someone that has, we don't have mountains here in Nova Scotia, so to speak, but we definitely have rolling hills. And you don't, on the highway, you don't go more than a couple, like 10, 15 kilometers before the highway changes direction, goes up over a hill, all that kind of stuff. Thanks for the heads up, Cosmic. Appreciate it. So like, you're just in Utah, it's so flat and so open in some places. In other places, not so much, but some places I was just in awe of how much space there was, you know? And it's really interesting how nothing can be very pretty at the same time. Man, you forget how much sand is in rivers sometimes. The seagrass breaking noise is very gross. It's similar to the noises made by the drowned. It's obviously a cave nearby. I can hear a skeleton and a zombie. You always need more sand? Yeah, we've got a huge desert that we just decided not to build in, and we just use it. Oops. My potions are running out. We just use it as a mining desert, so it doesn't look very nice, but as a result, it's been pretty easy to get sand. I've got an entire shulker box full of sand in my ender chest. Plus, I don't throw anything away, so like I take the time to come up to the surface and collect all this sand so it doesn't despawn, and by doing that over the course of a 6-year long, long-term world, you end up with a lot of stuff. The problem is where to keep it, not so much what blocks do you have, or remembering where you put it all. That's the other thing. All right, so this looks like it's about the right distance. Oh, it goes out 2 there. My mistake. starting to feel a little bit better. It feels like a bigger, deeper, darker void. Usually the map is a good kind of indicator, but I just feel like it looks nicer, you know? Obviously a big gap here. I'm with you, save everything. You never know if the next update's going to make it a thing that you've saved for suddenly very valuable. Yeah, that's true. You know, that's a really good point. Am I out of dirt? Wow, I'm out of dirt again. Again, not a bad thing. Listen to all the zombies in the cave below me. I forgot to do this, actually. I want to ask, where's the Minecraft noise? Minecraft beta, there it is there. So I've got the stream ducked by nearly 4 decibels. So for my audio, you're getting normal, but for Minecraft, it's 4 decibels lower. Do people feel like the game volume could be louder? The placing of blocks, the zombie noises, like all that kind of stuff. Would you say that you'd want that to be a little bit louder out of curiosity? River gets really shallow here. It's only 3 blocks deep. Find the volume very comfortable at the moment. Easy to listen to without being overwhelming. It's good to know. Gonna have to go repair the shovel soon. Or sooner than later, I should say. Perfect volume. I'm aware you tend to like things loud. One day I'm really going to need all those shulkers full of netherrack. I have those too. I 100% have those too. I think a lot of people have those. Oops. What's going on here now? Better. Jade, welcome in. 2. Oh, missed a spot. Oh, it's gravel. See, and this is where I find you can have some fun with stuff like, so gravel is naturally occurring there. I may or may not want to keep it, but you could do some cool stuff where you can kind of create what looks like a flow of gravel down this hill. And I actually don't know. I guess the river should technically be going south. You can always just create like this little directional patterns that I think help inform things like water flow that doesn't really exist in Minecraft, you know? You know, and if you have a river nearby you or anything like that, you look at like how the deposits go and what direction they flow in. Kind of stuff is important. And actually, I should probably change the shape of the bottom here before I do anything else. Another little spot there that's not so bad. Here's actually probably a good example of where I left the gravel in, just because it looks like this little stream would probably deposit some gravel as it exited. Recently changed my ex-husband's text alert to the sound of the Minecraft zombie. Best decision ever, says Not So Blue Sheep. That's pretty funny. I have to admit that's pretty good. Is it me or is there more fish spawning now that they've cleaned up the river? Maybe they know I'm being environmentally friendly. So I'm just going to try to cap this off in a way that kind of makes sense. That's pretty good. Try to get it to go like a little bit more narrow. Oh, no elytra. Actually, that probably goes over there, doesn't it? Almost a row of sand, no complaints. Don't have any clay, I don't think. Yeah, it looks pretty good. It's not too bad. Feel like we could maybe cap this off a little bit. I think that feels like a decent flow of things. Maybe we'll bring the gravel up a little bit. just so it's not a hard edge. Sorry, there are definitely some navigation issues underwater that I really have a beef with. So if it feels like I'm floating around against my will, it's just some weird currents grabbing me. Yeah. Simple. Just a little bit more over here. And then we've done pretty much up to the bridge, I think. It's a really long, straight piece. I didn't realize how flat that was. Maybe we can trim that back a bit. Try to keep it from looking too straight. Thanks for sleeping, Cosmic. Appreciate it. You need that shulker box? Thanks. All right, just a few little bits of sand left. And that covers us right up to the bridge, and then I'll do the other side of the bridge some other day. I did want it to get a little bit steeper as it got closer to the bridge. This feels a little bit narrow. Maybe we just fill this in. Maybe about to here. Yeah. It's less to carve out too if I'm going to be just covering up. No, Cosmic, I think this is going to be about where I'm done for today. Is there anybody we can raid? Anybody we can pass on the good people to? I think I saw Tadpole was live. A couple other folks as well. Yeah, so generally what I'll do is I'll come back in with some stone and just put in a couple of rocks and things like that. And then I'll just swim through and spam bone meal and create some reeds and some different different foliage and stuff, but that's pretty good. Like, it's a nice change from the patchiness. Like, this is what it looked like before, you know, and then you can see what the lakes look like, right? I mean, this was all generated before 118. This was generated in 116 or 115, so the chunks are going to reflect that. Tadpole, Slice Lime, and Scotsman UK. Any preferences in chat as to where I send y'all? There's a good number of you here. Yeah, that looks a lot better. And the little patches of gravel are okay. Like they're not distracting, you know? But not a bad day, you know, like we've got a start on the irrigation system. We did all of this detail all along the outside of the farm. A lot of this riverscaping here. Did a lot of this along here. Obviously we didn't go this too far that way. We're keeping pretty close to the wall, but doing all of this in a single stream is actually pretty good. No complaints. So I'm sure the next time I stream, I'll just kind of pick up where we left off with the wall and continue that around. And then we'll work on doing the inside. Yeah, that sounds good, Cosmic. That sounds like a plan. All right, we can put the dirt shulker down. The odds and ends. Refill with a couple of these. Nice. Makes for a nice start the next time we're doing something. Is there a high spot I can get on? I think I took down the tree that I used to sit on. Yeah, I think that's looking and feeling pretty good. Quite happy with it. Now it's not cosmic backup gear. Nice. Exactly. Very clever. Once again, folks, thanks ever so much for hanging out. I appreciate the folks that decided to stick around after that lovely raid from Pixelriffs. We're going to pass on the good vibes to Tadpole Milk, who was actually filling in for Pixelriffs on the Spawn Chunks podcast a couple of weeks ago. So you'll enjoy that. I will be back tomorrow. That's Friday at 1 o'clock Atlantic. That's UTC minus 3 hours for the first LEGO stream of the Ultimate Collector Series X-Wing. I am very excited. It's going to be a very cool build. So you can tune in to that here on the channel and then back to Minecraft again on the weekend. And I will see you all at the same time. It's usually 1 o'clock local. That's Atlantic time for me when I stream. Look for maybe some Starfield coming up on the weekend, but we'll see how the Minecraft streams go. You can check out the Spawn Chunks podcast at thespawnchunks.com, the Citadel Cafe podcast at thecitadelcafe.com. Thank you ever so much for everyone that supported on the stream today. If you used a gift sub or a Prime sub, then I very much appreciate it. Same with the Twitch, native Twitch sub. They are 25% off for the rest of the month. So if you want to check that out, then you can do so. And if you are looking to join the Patreon for cheaper, then check out patreon.com/JoelDuggan. It's only $2 US a month. You get access to the Discord and it renews automatically. You never have to worry about it again. And it does a great deal to help me support myself and stream on a regular basis. Y'all are awesome. Make sure that you check out the Spawn Chunks, and we'll see you soon because we've got some Minecraft Live news coming up in the next few weeks. It's going to be a lot to cover, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye for now.